What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to talk about and be the owner of some real deal silver. In today's video, I want to talk about how the spot price of silver just fell below $32 an ounce. Silver is on a bit of a decline right now. Granted, I'm filming this video on Sunday the 4th, and it will be coming out on Monday the 5th, aka Cinco de Mayo, or should we say Cinco de Stacco? But I want to talk about the spot price, and I want to talk about a potential opportunity low right now. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. Really quick, before we fully dive into the video, 4 fast things. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. You try out the different flavors. Leave an affiliate link in the description. 3, if you're not already investing, and you'd like to be, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really simple for a new investor to start investing because of how easy it is to learn and navigate on the app. Webull link in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about the spot price of silver. I want to talk about how silver has been on a little bit of a decline these last 2 or 3 weeks. I want to talk about how the spot price of silver just fell below $32 per troy ounce. In fact, as I'm filming this video, spot price is currently, it's not significantly below 32, but it's currently $31.96, just a hair below $32 per troy ounce. It's down 1.33%, or down 43 cents. Again, I'm filming this video on Sunday, May 4th. Video is going to be coming out Monday, May 5th. The spot price of silver, by the time this video is released, might be back above $32 per troy ounce again. This video will be coming out at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but a majority of my videos come out at 4 o'clock in the morning. If you want to watch them early, I post them all early in the Precious Metals VIP Club. If you're not a member, become a member. Link to that will be in the description. You can see all the videos off of YouTube. You don't have to deal with YouTube ads. You can watch them the second you wake up if that's what you want to, so early in the morning. And it's a kind of a hub. It's a new place for the stackers to gather and talk about precious metals. But anyway, I want to talk about this today. Spot price of silver, just a hair under $32 per troy ounce. And like I said, by the time the video comes out, it could be back up a little bit, or it could be lower. The spot price of silver could continue to sink a little bit. And by the way, just for the record, when it comes to gold, on the other hand, gold is up just a sliver of a hair. Gold, at the time I'm recording this video, $3,239.60. It's up 30 cents, or up 0.01%. So gold, you don't even want to call that a green day. But either way, oh, battery's dying. Even better. Silver's in the red and so is my phone. So when it comes to the spot price of silver, on this decline that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, I mean, we've seen 35, 34, 33, 32, and now 31, just a hair under $32 per troy ounce, could go lower. Kind of reminds me of my first full year of stacking. started the tail end of 2017. 2018 was my first full year of stacking. We started off that year at about $17 per troy ounce. The second time I went to the coin shop to pick up a little bit of silver, I believe it was like $16.75. The third time I went to pick up some silver, it was like $16.50. Then it was $16.25. Then it was $16. And I remember saying to myself, as a brand new person in the precious metal world, where I feel like a lot of people, whether it be stacking or investing, whatever it is that they're primarily focused on, I feel like if you get in and, a couple weeks go by and it's just moving in a downward direction, I feel like for a lot of people that would be discouraging or frightening. But I remember for me, man, I was excited. Every time it would go a little bit lower, it would just motivate me to get a little bit more. I was like, man, I could just continue lowering my average cost. I mean, I'm brand new. It's my first couple of months, and I plan on doing this for another couple of decades. What do I care what's happening right now at this time? I don't care what the spot price is today. I don't care what the share price is, as an investor, is today. I care about where it's going to be 20 years from now. Who cares if we're seeing a little bit of red today, this week, this month, this year? That's what I said to myself back in 2018. And keep in mind, I was not investing back then. I had just stepped into stacking. Tail end of 2017 going into 2018. I didn't start investing until the fourth quarter of 2019. And I didn't start fully investing until Q1 of 2020. So I started stacking the silver and gold before I started investing. And I already had this mindset within my first couple of weeks. And not only had it gone from $17 to $16.75 to $16.50, $16.25, $16, but over the course of the next, 6 months, it had gone down to $16 and then $15 and then $14. And that's kind of where it bottomed out that year. And I was all in at that time. Granted, I wasn't making a lot of money at that time. I was just working one job, and that was kind of before I had started my business. Now, I have a more established business and I work 2 jobs. So I have a little bit more currency left over after the bills to work with when it comes to investing or when it comes to stacking. Back then, I didn't have a whole lot of fiat that I could trade for a whole lot of money. But I was doing the best I could with what I had where I was. And I was trying to stack as aggressively as possible, and I was. I had eliminated unnecessary spending from my life. I had lowered my expenses to the best of my ability, and I was taking almost every leftover dollar after the bills, and I was going after generic silver rounds, American Silver Eagles, and Canadian Maple Leafs. That's all I was really getting the entire year of 2018. Mostly Silver Eagles. And I was doing the best I could, picking up as many coins, rounds, and occasionally bars as possible that entire year. And even more so, I floored it when the spot price hit 14. And not only did it hit 14, it stayed at 14. And even though I had only been stacking for less than a year at that point, as a rookie, I didn't know all the ins and outs. I still don't know all the ins and outs. I'm still learning, and I'm 7 years deep at this point. But back then, very, very green. And even back then, I was still making videos back then, by the way. I've been making videos on this channel for over 9 years. And I've been making precious metal related content and finance content and prepping content for the last 7 of 9 years. And I had been making silver videos back then, and even though I was essentially brand new to the precious metal stacking world, I remember saying in videos way back then, the summer of 2018, I was making videos telling people, I don't know if we'll ever see silver this low again. This might be the opportunity of a lifetime for me. I don't think it can go much lower. And sure enough, it didn't. It pretty much bottomed out at $14. And then moving into 2019, it started picking up again, $15, $16. By the time of the crash of 2020, I think silver was $18 or $19. And for a split second during the initial crash, spot price did get slammed all the way down to about $12. It was like $11.90 or something like that, but it perked right back up. So that's not really, I don't really count that as the spot price going as low as $11.90. No, that was just kind of like a glitch in the world, if you think about it. And it started perking right back up. And it climbed its way back up to where it was prior to the fall, $18, $19. And then guess what happened after that? The summer of 2020, it went up to $20. For the first time in years. For the first time during my stacking journey. And right before it hit $20. In fact, it was about 12 hours before it hit $20. I was talking about it. Oh my God, spot price is about to hit $20. I was getting comments on my videos saying silver's never going to hit $20 again. Don't get your hopes up. And sure enough, 12 hours later, it hit $20. And like the day after that, it hit 21. A week later, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And silver that year shut a lot of people up. A lot of people ran off, scurried off with their tail between their legs, failing to get silver at an opportunity low. A lot of people at that time were saying that it's not going to go any higher, it's actually going to go lower. A lot of people were saying at $19 an ounce, oh, just wait it out a little while, it'll be back down to 12 in no time. It ain't going to 20. It sure as heck ain't going to 30. And what happened? It went to 20. And it went to almost 30 in a matter of months, $29. Now, granted, it fluctuated up and down a little bit in the mid-20s for a little while. And slightly more recently, it surpassed the $30 mark. And look where it's been this year in 2025. Seen $35 silver, $34 right now, $33, $32, $31 and change. Now, the reason I just told that entire story, that whole little monologue that I just went on, was because back then, remember how I said silver went to what I considered to be an opportunity low? And I was saying back then, I don't know if it'll ever be this low again. I do stand by that. I cannot see silver going down to $14 again. But right now is a slightly different story. I don't get the same feeling that I got in the summer of 2020 when I said that, this might be an opportunity low. Right now, I believe silver can go lower. And I believe, hate to say it, but I do believe that it's more likely to go lower than it is to not. Do I think it's going to dramatically fall? No. Can I see silver going to $30 or sub $30, $29 and change? Can I see that happening? Yes, actually. Yes, I can. Do I think that it's going to? I'm not sure. Do I care? Not really. I'm going to still keep trucking along. I'm going to still keep stacking regardless of what the spot price is doing in the short term. It's $31, just about $32 right now, as I showed before in that chart. But I'm not going to be the one to sit around accomplishing nothing, waiting for it to go lower when it's not guaranteed to go lower. I have always felt that that was a foolish thing to do. Even when I had no idea what I was doing, I still knew it was a fool's move to try to time the market. I knew it was a foolish play to try to time the market, regardless of if it's silver or gold that we're talking about, or regardless of stocks. I for the last 7 years, I've picked up silver regardless of what the spot price was. If we see a major red week, do I try my best to pick up a little bit extra? Yeah, of course. Buy the dip. But you'll never catch me sitting around waiting for a dip. Nope. If I have the cash to convert into silver or gold, that's what I'm going to do. And do I kick myself if I acquire some silver or gold and the very next day we fall by 2.5%? No, I don't care. Couldn't care less. Why is that? It's because today doesn't matter to me. This week, this month, this year doesn't matter to me. This decade doesn't even really matter to me all that much. I'm looking 20 years out. That's what I care about. 10, 20, 30 years down the road. That's what I'm focused on. And that's what I'm building for. I do understand that my perspective might not align with everyone else's because I may be on the younger side. Time is on my side at this time. I have a lot of time. I have a long way to go. Regardless of what I'm focused on, whether it be stacking for long-term wealth preservation purposes or whether it be investing for wealth building purposes. See, that is my primary focal point, by the way. Between stacking and investing, yes, I'm doing both. But at this time, and for the last 3, 4, 5 years, I have been absolutely prioritizing investing because stacking, at the end of the day, the silver, the gold, it is for wealth preservation purposes. That's what many of us utilize it for. But you got to remember, and you got to ask yourself, do I have any wealth to preserve? Me? Not really. Which is why the last couple of years I've gone by, I've been working on building wealth for myself so that later on down the road, I can take some of what I built and convert it into something to be preserved. I figured, since I'm on the younger side, I should be building wealth, which is why I started investing as aggressively as I've been these last couple of years. Now, I want to say something else about the silver and gold, but before I do, I just want to remind everybody, if you are not already investing and you'd like to be, I want to take 3 people this month, in May. I want to help 3 people learn about the market and help them kickstart their investment portfolios. And you can get started by downloading Webull and funding your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. I will leave the Webull link in the description. They make it really easy to learn and get started. And I'd like to help at least 3 people this month. I'd like to help, guide them through getting started and building wealth, creating wealth, generating wealth, so that later on they can use the precious metals potentially as a way of preserving the wealth that they built. We will link in the description. But back to the silver and gold. I'm not getting the same feeling right now as I got in summer of 2018. Like I was just saying. Back then, I said, wow, this might be the opportunity of a lifetime. I don't think it's going to go any lower. Or I don't think it can go any lower. Right now, that's just not really what I'm getting from this. I believe it can potentially go lower. And like I said, I believe it's probably more likely for it to go lower than it is to not go any lower. I don't think the number that we're looking at right now, 31.96 or whatever it was, what was it? 31.96. Yeah, $31.96. I don't think that is necessarily, quote unquote, the bottom. I do believe silver is going to take a little bit more punishment. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not this week. Maybe it'll pop back up above $32. But I do believe silver is probably more likely, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I'm saying it's probably more likely to get smacked around a little bit more in the short term before it starts to pop back up again and strengthen. I do believe silver is going to be taking a little bit more punishment. Do I believe it absolutely guaranteed will? No, but I think it's more likely to take punishment than it is to not take punishment. But regardless of which way that goes, whether it stays at, just a hair under $32, or it goes back up to $33, $34, $35, or it falls down to $30, $29, I'm going to be picking up the silver that's on my to stack list regardless. I'm still going to be checking things off my to stack list either way. I'm still going to be going after silver buffaloes. Many silver buffaloes. Many of you have, I'm sure a lot of you have watched the video. I posted it just a couple days ago, I think. Operation Stampede is what I'm calling it. Every week or every other week or at least once a month, I'm going to make it a priority, an obligation, to get myself a handful of silver buffaloes with a little bit of leftover currency from the paychecks. That is what I'm going to be doing over the course of this entire year. 2025 is the year of the buffalo, according to me. But in addition to that, I do have a to stack list, which is what I'm calling it. A couple coins, rounds, and bars that I do not currently own that I think look really cool, that I want in my possession. I want to be the owner of. There are 2, going on 3. A third one will be released this year, but there are currently 2 2-ounce coins from a series that was started 2 years ago, going on 3 years ago. And I'd like to get those too, and when the third one is released, I would like to get the third one as well. I'm not going to say what it is, because I want it to be a surprise for the video, but just know, they are some sick-looking coins. So yeah, those are on my to stack list. You can probably see the 2-ounce and 3-ounce little monarch bars right here. I want to get the 5-ounce version. It looks exactly like this, but bigger. It's such a good-looking bar. The 5-ounce poured silver monarch bar. Whew. That thing is sleek. I would like to potentially get myself my very first 1 kilo silver bar this year. And I think I know, if I'm able to do it, if I'm able to play my cards right, I think I know which one I'm going to go with. There's a 1 kilo silver bar. Actually, there's like 3 or 4 kilo bars that I really like the look of, but one stands out to me the most, and I'm 99% sure that that's the one that I'm going to be going with. So hopefully I'm able to swing that this year. That is a goal of mine. It is on my to stack list. What else? A couple of 1.5 ounce silver coins. Canada has put out a couple of those in the past, and I have a lot of different types of silver. I have ½ ounce, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce. I don't have any 4 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce, fractional silver, 14th ounce, silver dimes, 1/6 of a troy ounce, silver quarters, 1/3 of a troy ounce, silver $half. I don't own a single piece of silver of the 1.5 ounce denomination, so I would like to get some of those as well. They got the little polar bear, the Arctic fox, good looking coins, 1.5 ounce. Interesting increment. Don't have any silver like that. I'd like to change that, hopefully this year. So of course there are things on my to stack list. And moral of the story is, I'm not waiting for the spot price of silver to do anything in particular before I go and get those pieces that I just listed off, plus many more. The only thing standing in my way at this time is currency. Gotta wait for payday. Gotta prioritize a couple of other things first. I do have a business that I'm running, and I do have investments that I do absolutely prioritize, but I'm saving up a little bit, getting silver buffaloes while I wait. And there are a couple of other pieces out there that I will be getting in the very, very near future. And I will be checking off those boxes. I will be checking those things off of my to stack list, little by little by little by little. Will I get them all this year? I'd like to, but I don't have to. I'm not going to beat myself up over it if we, end up in January of 2026 and I didn't get every single thing that I wanted. I don't care. I got the whole rest of my life to get these things. I got time. I got plenty of time. And I'm going to have fun the whole way. So I'm not going to wait for silver to go lower, because it's not guaranteed to go lower. I don't believe in timing the market. I believe in time in the market. Whether it's the precious metals market, the stock market, the market of business, or the real estate market. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Spot price of silver, technically below $32 per troy ounce again. Do you think it's going to go lower? Do you think it's going to go higher? What do you think it's going to do in the short term? And part B to the question, do you think, regardless of what you think happens in the short term, do you think it means anything at all for what it's going to mean in the long run? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for bonus videos. Follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. And of course, 4 super fast things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing, and you'd like to be, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate on the app and learn about the market. Remember, I do want to help 3 people, and if you want to be one of those 3, please reach out. Webull link in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on, any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. What are your thoughts on the spot price of silver being down below $32 an ounce? Do you think it's going to go lower? Do you think it's going to go under $31 an ounce anytime in the near future? And that's part A. Part B is, do you think that means anything at all for the long-term future? The long-term, decades out from now? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.